And right now you can see the outline of where I put the Teflon. And that's going to be our guide to port this oil pump. Okay? And I'll get around to smoothing this. And we'll get to this later. I'll explain this later. Now, when porting these, you want to roll the edges, okay? Oil's going to travel and you don't want any sharp edges. So you just take the edges out. So when you're porting or smoothing, you kind of roll with the edge. Okay? Just take your time, go to slow speed, and this is how fast I actually turn, okay? That's it. You don't need to high speed it. You break bits that way. And these are pretty decent bits. I got these from Kimball, Midwest, and they're doing all right. And there's a place down the street, Bulldoggy. It's like an outlet store for pieces, parts, bolts, hose, pretty much anything that bits and pieces to put together a project or to finish it. So yeah, I'm going to get to it. Let's see here. This is already out of it. The bypass or the pressure relief. The size for the plug, okay, it's 41/64. Okay, that's the size of it. And what I did to get this design, okay, I still got to go over this just a little bit. I put some sealer here and I bolted it together. Now, when you bolt this together, I will get sleeves for the bolts, okay? The drilling, the drilling for this, okay, is all centered on where the bolts are. So I'm going to sleeve the bolts. All right, I'm just going to use casings. I'm going to cut the size. And basically what that's going to do is, pretend that this is a bullet casing. Slide it, and it's going to prevent that slop. Okay? Sleeved it, bolted it together, and it left an imprint. I marked the imprint, and that's what I'm going by. Now, you can also do this with Harley-Davidson engines. I'm going to finish porting this. I'm just going to smooth everything. I did drill a bigger hole, okay? And I might go one size bigger. This is a 7/16. Okay. So, I'll get to it. Okay, going up a size, and the angle is going to make the drill bit cut into the sealing surface a little further, and I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to angle it in slowly and hover it and drill straight. And again, just go slow. You don't need a speed drill. Kind of give you an idea. And it didn't get too far into the top. Okay. So we're still good there. I'm going to try and stay away from this ledge. I haven't seen this covered yet in YouTube, and I don't want people just to go in there thinking that all you have to do is just go in there, smooth everything out, open everything up. It doesn't work that way. This pump rotates, feeds and pulls from the chambers, okay? These areas get bigger and smaller. They fill up with oil and then squeeze the oil out. So, when you port these, make sure you don't go beyond this, beyond that where it's supposed to seal. See, on this one, I went just a tad too far. Okay. See if I can get that to focus. There you go. See how it's open in that corner? And the chamber is starting to get smaller. Now, as it gets smaller, it needs a place to push said oil. See? Another tip on porting these oil pumps, you don't want to make the chamber too big, because if you make the chamber bigger than the actual displacement of the pump, the actual suction it creates is diminished because the chamber is bigger than the actual displacement of the pump. So, anyways, be careful. Okay, you don't want to be extending too much. Okay. And I think I did that with this one. And that shelf right there, I think it's supposed to be beveled, because when it comes around, the rotation of the gear, I think that's why it was kind of backfeeding a little, because I took that ramp out of there. But anyways, I'm going to test it again. I'm going to port the other one, and I'm going to put it in the tub of oil and run it and see if the oil flows better. And that's what I think what was wrong with this one. Okay, so I'm done with it. And I'm all right with it. You know? Open that up. Smoothed it out. And I'm going to make sure that this slides. So if it don't slide, I gotta hone it out some more. Or I probably just got dirt on it, but it slid before. Here we go. It's just got dirt on it. But anyways, yeah. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the rotor in there and maybe take a little bit off, not too much. So just enough to resurface it, not to really take any meat off of it. So, and I'll probably go to a pipe plug there and just have it adjust as needed. There it is, done. So, as the old saying goes, never trust anybody, especially people that own big businesses and or companies, even small mom and pop shops, because they're out to make a buck. Okay, as long as it works, it works. All right, you see this? This is where it was not mating up against the engine block. Okay. So, I'm going to have to get that flat, little bit at a time. And I do have a flat carbide, and I'm just going to shave it off a little. Not going to take any material. I'm just going to go over it, make sure there's no high spots. Okay. And I'm going to put some sealer on it again. Let it sit overnight and check it again. See, like right there. They may have dropped it. Something. You gotta check this stuff. You have to. Same thing when putting bearings in right here. Okay? You gotta file that down. Don't take a lot off. You just run the file real lightly. That's it. You just want to deburr it. So I'll be taking care of this, and I'll just go from there. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. So, all right, back to it.